What's up, my fellow Doncicians? I'm the Lucky Show. Welcome to the Luka Show. I'm pumped up because I've got a good one, guys. I've got basketball cards in my hands. I'm gonna show you guys the cards that I have here. I'm gonna tell you guys why I'm selling these cards, when I'm planning on selling these cards, and the fact that why I have a stack of Lukas here that I plan on selling as well. And you know what? I'm not going to build up the suspense. Sorry, I'm organizing as I'm doing this. I am going for the upgrade. That's right. I have a card that I really, really want. I've wanted it for a long time. So I put together this stack. These are some rookies that I speculate on. Besides Luka, I've got Lukas here. I've got some sealed wax I'm probably going to have to sell as well. So this is a big deal for me. And might as well invite you guys along on the journey. I'm going to show you guys some of the cards here today, and then also in a future episode I will share with you guys all the sales of these cards. Did I go buy it now or auction? Did I sell on IG, eBay? Probably both, but I'll break down everything for you guys. But let's start it off, and hopefully at the end there'll be a big reveal episode of this big upgrade. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. I don't want to jinx myself. But if that happens, if I'm able to acquire this card, it's going to be a giveaway like you've never seen before on the Luka Show. So root for me, guys. Anyways, let's just get into this. I'm going to share with you guys some cards that I'm going to be moving and tell you basically when and why. All right, first one up is Rui Hachimura. And Rui and the Wizards, thankfully, were invited 5.5 games back in the East. I'm not really sure if that warrants or merits a invite, but you know, I'll take it because I plan on selling this card ASAP, right? We've got 8 games. We've got 8, what do they call them, seeding games, and I'm definitely going to try to move this early on because I don't know how the Wizards will have any shot, you know, after 3 or 4 of those seeding games. So sell early. Hopefully has a nice big game, a nice little 20-point game, and you get a little value out of them. But that's my plan with Rui. Just thankful that they're there. Next up is Ja. Ja, little blue shimmer. I've got some base of him as well that I'll be moving. But basically, Ja's a little tricky in my head because, yeah, if you're a rookie and you take your team, you're a stud rookie and you take your team to the playoffs, it's a no-brainer. It's going to be a great opportunity to sell. But with this whole format, right, there's no guarantee. You've got some really vet teams and the Spurs and the Trailblazers, and you got my Kings, and then you got the Pelicans and the Suns. And so it's not going to be easy, I think, especially with the lack of experience the Grizzlies have. Yeah, Ja seems like he steps up in the big moments, big games, fourth quarter clutch time, but he doesn't have this type of experience. He's never been in this situation before, so I'm a little wary. I'll definitely just monitor how they're doing as this 8-game seeding starts, and I still need more info, but I think I'm going to target maybe the 6th, 7th, 8th game, depending on what matchup it is, because you know they're going to be in the mix, being 3 games ahead of their next closest competitor. So for me, find a good matchup there, move him, but also be monitoring the situation. And if they start off hot, then I'll probably wait and hold off and hopefully sell in the first round. That's my take on Ja. All right, next up is his counterpart, Zion. Zion, this is his purple hollow. I don't have many Zions. I've got all those sealed FOTL, so maybe I do. But anyways, with Zion, I'm looking at it a little bit differently. I'm looking at him as the gamble, right? Because for me, the dream scenario is Lakers, Pelicans, what that could do to him. And also I just think about the coverage that series would get, and then the narrative. It would be, is Zion the next LeBron all day long, right? And like it would be LeBron talking about Zion, Zion talking about LeBron. So it would be a dream scenario to sell his card. And the good thing is, hey, if they don't make the playoffs, Zion, still a beast in this hobby. He's not going to have a big drastic drop in price. So it doesn't really matter if they don't make it. But if they do, I would expect a pretty nice little boost. So holding off and waiting to see if they can make it into the Lakers series. And you got to sell during the Lakers series. I don't think a miracle is going to happen there, but imagine if they took down the Lakers. Yikes. All right, next up, is this the guy I want to go to? Next up is rookies who are in the playoffs. I thought I had it here. All right, we'll go DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo, RPA to 99. I don't think I've been saying the cards, have I? Well, Mr. Twitter can help me out. RPA to 99. And DiVincenzo is a guy on the Bucks. You expect the Bucks to go pretty deep here, but you don't really need to wait for them to go deep with DiVincenzo. This is not a Giannis situation. So with DiVincenzo, I'm just looking for one good game, one game where he's got his fingerprints all over things, and I'll be looking to move him. And this is a little harder said than done with DiVincenzo. Usually with guys that I speculate on that are not Luka, they're pretty easy to move. But DiVincenzo, I pulled this card of his a while back. His black 1/4 on the optic. And when something like that happens, you know, it means something to you. So I'm not selling this card, but it did lead me down the DiVincenzo rabbit hole, and I bought up a bunch of his golds, gold prisms, gold optics, national treasures. I bought 4 or 5 of his RPAs, a few of his golds. But now I'm moving them, and I'm a little attached to them, I'll have to admit. Alright, next up, let's just take a look at... I don't even know where it is. Alright, let's go to his teammate, Giannis. Giannis, this is his 16-17 Optic Hollow. I bought this for $5 back in the good old days. Anyways, Giannis is a guy, yeah, you are expecting him to make it to the finals, and with the prices he has right now, he almost has built-in championship value into his price. So how much does a championship help him here? This is, I think, in some ways, could be like a Patrick Mahomes situation. He just gets close enough where the value will be good enough to do it. If he loses, the narrative is going to be pretty bad. If he loses a championship, it's going to be pretty bad, or loses before he gets to the championship. So I'm thinking Eastern Conference Finals is a good time to sell for Giannis. I've got several other Giannis's. I'm so disorganized here, guys. Sorry about that. But here's one of his Rock the Rims. We've got nice little cracked ice contenders. And please do not be messaging me about trying to buy these cards, guys. This is going to be part of these episodes. So I'm going to be selling these off when the season starts. Alright, actually I didn't show this one. Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero is the same thing as DiVincenzo, I would say. And this is his blue shimmer. I think, yeah, the Heat. I think the Heat are really a dark horse in the playoffs. They've got grit, which I think really plays well in the playoffs. But with him, don't need to wait until they go deep or anything like that. Wait for him to have a good game and then move in. Which is what I'll be doing. Oh, I also got some Hardens, Hardened Golds. I got a bunch of Hardens. Let me just see if I can flick through. Why do I have these guys? I kind of went hard on Harden about 1.5 years ago, like a month stretch, and just, this is a different times back then, guys. You could get, if you wanted to find something like Hardened Gold, you could find a few copies, right? Different times, but I pretty much cleaned house of Harden. I also, at that time, went hard on Westbrook, his teammate. It's kind of hilarious. At the time, they were not teammates. But I got a bunch of Westbrooks that I'll be moving as well. What else? I'll just show you guys some of the base cards here. I'm trying to show you guys as much as I can of what I'm moving here. And here's another little Harden. Got more Westbrooks. Alright, let's move on to some other guys. Let's move on to this guy. You guys might know who he is. LeBron James in a Lakers jersey. God, I never thought I'd see it. Alright, anyways, what do I do with LeBron? When do I sell LeBron? I say, let's gamble with LeBron as well. Let's wait and see if he can win a championship, because just imagine if the Lakers win it, guys. The year that they've had, losing Kobe Bryant, just the outpouring of love and support they would get if LeBron won a 4th championship this year. Yeah, it's like a storybook ending to a very odd NBA season. So I'm going to wait and see if that happens. You know, I'm a Kings fan, so this is like a hedge on the Lakers winning. And I have rookies of LeBron that I plan on selling. And here's the other thing with LeBron. If he doesn't win a championship, he still has his legacy. People still love him. And so it's all good. You can still sell him. His prices aren't tanking. This isn't a Giannis situation with him so much. Giannis, you know, the more I think about it, the more he has to lose than anybody in some ways. Here's some more Westbrooks. I'm not sure if I showed that. I think I showed you guys that already. All right, let's get to some Lukas. The Lukas. I hope this is all worth it, guys. I hope all these cards that I move is worth it in the end. All right, here we go. First, Luka. This one's an easy one to move, for me at least. Silver Prism, because I have 3 more copies. I've sold off like 14 of these. And, yeah, I'm not emotionally attached to the card. I really like it. If I was down to my last one, yeah, I would be like, oh, man, I can't believe this is my last one. But right now, where the prices are at, it'll be the highest priced Silver Prism that I would sell. So I feel good about selling this one, actually. Alright, next up are a couple more easy ones. I've got a green pulsar here. This is a second-year prism. I've got the blue shimmer here. Looks really clean. Oh man, I might not sell this one. This one looks too good. Alright, I'm gonna keep this one. Sorry. Quick decision. Keeper. Alright, this one I'm gonna sell for sure. I was gonna say right now, I've decided not to collect second-year cards, but man, visually that one just sold me, so forget about that, but I'm going to sell this one. Going off script. Alright, just quickly throw in some more Westbrooks, I guess. I didn't see here. Misorganized in the stack. Autos. Autos of Westbrook, very rare. Mr. Scribbles, do your work. Yeah, that's right, I'm bossing you around, Mr. Scribbles. Alright, what else do we have? We've got the Revolution. I love me some Revolution. So why am I moving this? This is the cubic to 50. We've got the Sunburst to 75. Explosion from the behind. From the backside. I just don't think I've said behind in like maybe forever. Alright, so why am I moving these cards? It's because I'm just being honest with myself. I have these next to my Galactics. Looks like I'm trying to peek through. I have these next to my Galactics, and I basically just always just flick past them, grab my Galactics, and check them out. And these are just forgotten. And so somebody else will enjoy these much more than me. I bought them cheap. Let's move them now. Have someone else enjoy them, and let them be cherished. The Galactics take too much attention away from them. Alright, now we're getting to some harder ones here. This one I call the poor man's gold. And so I own this card, and I go, oh man, I love this card because it's so cheap compared to the gold, and it looks almost like it. And then I went out and I bought that optic gold. So now I feel like I should give it to someone else. So say, what idiot would pay for the gold when he can have this card? So just paying it forward or something. Next up, Optic Contenders Red. And I have the gold regular version. This is the variation. And this card just doesn't speak to me, I guess, in the end. It's a red parallel. Yeah, you know, it's red, white, and blue. So it's Slovenia and USA. Well, that's kind of cool. But it's really the image. It doesn't really do anything for me. This card just in general doesn't really speak to me. So I'm willing to move it now for the big mystery upgrade. You guys want to guess? You guys can guess what that card is. And then this one's going to be one of the harder ones for me to say goodbye to. This is his finals contender to 49, and this was the first auto of his I bought. So that is memorable in and of itself. Now I'm starting to second guess myself, but no, I'm going to stick to it, because you know what? Sometimes you gotta, it's a gut check, right? You gotta just sacrifice something that you love for something that you want more. Alright, that got emotional there with that last card. The Easter egg, this is part 2 of 3, guys. Just remembering that right now. So there have been eggs out and about, I'm assuming. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, there's going to be an episode where we actually take a look at the sales of the cards, and then hopefully in the end, the extravaganza episode, but that could be a ways down the line. So these aren't going to go in order, right? These are going to be special episodes. The next one will probably be in a couple of months, and then hopefully one shortly after that. But hope you guys enjoyed this. Take care. Peace.